Yeah, I wouldn't want to be part of the selection panel for the Jamaica Athletics Administrative Association. Not this year, at least. Leighton Levy would love to be. And we all know what decision he would make on both the Rashid McDonald and Johan Blake issues. Of course, we're still talking about the Hungarian Grand Prix today. 6 Caribbean winners at the meet. We've already spoken about the outstanding performances of the St. Lucian, Julian Alfred, the Bohemian, Stephen Gardner over 400 meters. And we had that long chat about Rashid McDonald. Sada Williams out of Barbados also had a big victory today, Leighton. 50.34, a season's best. What did today's performance tell you about the direction that she is trending?
She's trending in the right direction. I mean, she started up the season, as we expected, pretty slowly, but she's gradually gotten faster. And today again, a new season's best for her. 5 weeks out from the World Championship, less than 5 weeks now from the World Championships. A couple more races and we could see her back in the form that she was in last year, 49.75 to win bronze at the World Championships. This is, she's beginning now to look like the athlete that we saw last year, that won at Commonwealth and of course finished third at the World Championships.
And I think it's important to make the point, Leighton, that unlike the Jamaican athletes who have to come to a tough national championship, Sada Williams does not have to do that. So her program would be set for her to peak once, and that's at the World Championships, which would probably explain today's performance being a markedly improved performance from what we've seen so far this campaign.
Absolutely, and it's one of the advantages that athletes have. I'm very sorry. That athletes have when they're running really small territories that don't have as many people to compete at the level where that is required. So what is fortunate for her is that she's also in a training group where the intensity is high, and the quality of training is at the best as well. So we're looking at a situation where she now can focus on just getting better each round as the load begins to lighten towards the World Championships. And I suspect that breaking 50 seconds in the next couple of weeks would not be out of the question, given where she's at now. 50.3 suggests that she's moving gradually and consistently towards a sub-50 time.
Yeah, the Barbados Nationals a couple of weeks ago, I think she ran 51 plus and won by about 70 meters. Yeah. So she just really was an afternoon.
Did you see the race, Lance?
I didn't see it, but I was told about it.
70 meters, Lance.
You just needed to see the time.
70 meters, Lance.
It was I said a mile. I said she won by a mile.
Wow. Sharika Jackson, 22.02 today.
Yeah, I think what as I said, we discussed yesterday, the fact that they trained through the program. And we saw what I thought to be a heavy-looking Sharika Jackson yesterday. Similarly today, 22.02 suggests that she's still in a certain loading phase of her training, the final phase going on towards the World Championships. But she was still comfortably ahead of Rashidat Adeleke, who just turned pro as well out of the University of Texas. So it was a good run for her, and I think given where she would be in terms of this particular phase of the season, I don't think she'll be particularly disappointed by the time. I think she'll be more focused on execution more than anything else, so this was a good win for her as well.
So Sharika Jackson, there was Andronette Knight, personal best, 53.26, women's 400-meter hurdles, a 1:2.34 for Jamaica in that event. Incidentally, Jamaica had a 1:2.3 in the men's 100. When last have we seen that anywhere? But Andronette Knight, I want to ask you this, Leighton. With Sydney McLaughlin Leveroni saying that she's only going to be doing the 400 meters at Worlds, are there a couple of medals up for grabs in the women's 400 hurdles?
Certainly an opportunity, because with Sydney out, the field comes back to the race comes back to the field as well. Because Femke Ball is a 52 runner, and she would be the favorite for me to win. She's clearly the best of the rest. But what we've seen from Shamir Little, for example, from the United States, and what we've seen from Andronette Knight now, and Rochelle Clayton, and Genevieve Russell, suggests that on the current trajectory, there could be an opportunity for 1 or 2 medals for Jamaica in the 400-meter hurdles at the World Championships.
1 or 2?
1 or 2, primarily because I don't think Little is that much far ahead of the rest of the field right now. And I think if Andronette Knight, for example, can come in and run a really good race, similar to what we saw today, and maybe break 53 seconds, which is something I know she's aiming for.
Yeah.
And Rochelle Clayton or Jenny Russell can follow suit with that 53 low.
Yeah.
They could squeeze in. But, I mean, Champion Little is going to be a factor, though.
Given Knight's history, though, is there a reservation about her race strategy? Because we've seen in the past where she has wrongly executed her pacing. I thought she was going to win at the Nationals. I thought she ran well at the Nationals, but she didn't.
Yeah, I think that is her race strategy, though. And when I spoke to her after the race, she did say that is it. So, you know, there are times when it's not going to work as well, but it worked well enough today. 53.3, a new personal best for her. She goes out hard, and you're going to have to catch her if you're not Sidney McLaughlin or, you know, one of these extraordinary 400-meter hurdle runners. You're going to have to catch her. So if that's her strategy, and she's going to stick with it, and I think, based on what we saw today, it's a potential medal-winning strategy as well.
Yeah. The men's 110-meter hurdles also today, the American Daniel Roberts, 13.12, defeating the Jamaicans Hansa Parchment, who is the Olympic champion, and Tyler Mason, both at 13.14. Tajay Gale, another Jamaican, was second in the long jump, 8.24 meters behind the Olympic champion Tentoglu, 8.29. Won it on his last jump, Tentoglu. I'm going to sound crazy here, Leighton, and you have only 30 seconds to answer this one. But have you looked into that crystal ball of yours and see Jamaica 1, 2, and 3 in the men's long jump at a global event? If not the World Championships this year, then the Olympic Games next year, Leighton.
No, I think Tentoglu. I think Tentoglu is one of those guys who, as we saw today, he can produce a magical jump on any occasion. He jumps 8 meters 40 on a regular. So I was actually surprised that he wasn't leading going into the final jumps today. Tajay Gale 8.24, comfortable, looking like the Tajay Gale of old, because now the knee injury is behind him. His speed is up, and he looks like he's going to be ready to pop a big jump at these World Championships. But Tentoglu, he's always in the mix. He's always in the mix, and you can never count him out. Kieran McLeod and Wayne Pinnock and
Tajay
Gale are going to be a formidable threesome at the World Championships. Yeah. And I think they will rattle competitors. But I think if there's anybody who will be unrattled, it's the Greek athlete who is, I don't know, probably the best jumper in the last 2 or 3 seasons.
Yeah, some great jumpers around the world, no doubt about it. But here's my crazy prediction. For one of the next 3 global championships, Jamaica's men will sweep the long jump, whether it's the World Champs this year, the Olympic Games next year, or the World Champs in 2025.
Fingers
Remember,
crossed.
You heard it here first on the SportsMax Zone. Leighton, thanks very much for joining us. It was a treat today. Rashid McDonald will love you. We take a break. We'll go back.
I think he was calling him earlier on.
Stay with SportsMax on YouTube and follow us on all social pages for updates, news and entertainment.